My earliest memory is my mom. She was teaching me how to hunt when I was 7. We had a small wooden bow together with some arrows, both light enough so I could carry without a problem. My name is Willow, daughter of Katniss and Peter Millar. Sound familiar? Yeah, my parents cut at the end of the revolution. Of course, this doesn't exactly help my reputation much. People knowing who my parents are barely give me enough room to breathe, much less, God forbid, a simple mistake. Everyone always expects me to be some kind of great leader like my mom. Maybe it's just because I'm her own flesh and blood, enhanced by the fact I looked almost exactly like her. I looked down at my brother sitting in a tree. He's on one of the branches below mine, fidgeting with a slingshot I got from my dad on his last birthday when he turned 14. Some breeze ruffles through his sandy blonde hair. Connor, did Uncle Gale give you updates on the construction of the districts? He glances up at me, his crystal blue eyes glinting in the afternoon sun.
They just started in district, right? About another year before.
The whole time his hands don't stop moving. My brother had always been interested in engineering, so he usually wanted to get updates. During the revolution, several districts were destroyed, and some people were trying to rebuild them. I live in Victor's Village in District 12. Mom and Dad never told me why it was called that. I get pretty upset whenever Connor and I press for answers on what happened before the revolution, which in the small town was built. Want to check if the ruins were still there? I ask, a mischievous smirk spreading across my face.
No, absolutely not. You know Mom and Dad told us not to go out there.
Rules are meant to be broken. I casually shrug as I jump down from the tree. Connor follows directly behind me as I walk through the torn apart remains of the electric fence, which Mom says had been deactivated a long time ago. I look towards our house in Victor's Village to make sure the coast is clear before sprinting out of the small town. I can hear Connor's footsteps as he chases after me. The ruins come into sight after walking a couple miles, and I excitedly run towards them.
Wait up.
Connor's yell almost gets drowned out by the wind roaring past my ears. I jump down the hill that leads in the small broken homes, sliding down the rest of the way by a couple pieces of rubble that have been crushed down to the earth. I stop and look around at the cities that's been bombed. The silence is almost deafening before Connor slides down the rock next to me.
Whoa.
He looks stunned as I do as I grab onto his hand so I don't lose him before walking deeper into the city. The city's barking coming from the dog that echoes off the shattered walls, making it impossible to pinpoint exactly where it came from.
Willow, maybe we should head back.
We'll be fine, don't worry. I walk a little further when something catches my eye. Catching the light draws my eye. I knelt down to the pile of rubble and pick up a broken pin, tracing with my fingers. I quickly realized it's a mockingjay. The pin was broken in half, but I had no one anywhere. Mom had a similar pin and told me about the mockingjays being mixed between mockingbirds and the jabberjays. I put the two pieces in my pocket and continue forward. I look around realizing Connor was not where I left him before, swiveling my head in the direction of a quiet clattering sound. I realized there's a small rock being flung on one of the decaying walls, and follow the path of my eyes to see Connor sitting on a low roof of what used to be a house, using his slingshot to launch smaller pieces of debris at the wall. I climb up next to him, looking around the surrounding area further off. This place is amazing, isn't it? I brush my messy chocolate brown hair out of my face.
I guess it is, but what if we get caught?
If we do, I'll take the blame. You sort of didn't have a choice coming here, so I don't want you to get in trouble on my consequences. I reply before jumping down to the roof of the ground. Connor follows me, visibly more relaxed. It doesn't take long for it to go from afternoon to evening, and the sun starting to set. Long shadows cast over the ground, making it hard to see. I grab Connor's hand as we start heading back towards home.
Willow, haven't we passed here 3 times already?
Don't worry, I just need to regain my bearings, and then we'll be home before you know it. I respond in a futile attempt to calm his nerves. I look around, distant barking echoing off the walls again. Suddenly, there's a new sound. The sound of cracking rocks. Before I knew what was happening, Connor and I are falling to the ground in a seemingly endless void.